Hey graphic designers, Erica Fecco here with your week 4 assessment. This is going to be using the transformation tools. So it is all spelled out here for you. You're going to come and download the worksheet, and I will show that to you now. It has all your instructions on it. I find it's really helpful to just copy this over into your document so you don't miss any steps. I know it's really easy to miss steps, and we don't want that to happen. So let's just copy it. So I just selected it and Control-C, and let's go over to Illustrator. I had already started the document. If you do not know how to do that, make sure you go back to week 1 and do that. So here is our directions. I find it's just really helpful to have it there when I need it. So we're going to start out by creating a new document in Illustrator that is 8.5 by 11. So that one's done. I'm just going to remove it. So let's next create 3 squares that are 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. So we are going to use our shape tool, our rectangle tool, and you can either add it on and transform it and set the size here. That's one way to do it. So we have a perfect square. You can also just click right onto the screen and it'll give you the option to select your size as well. And it'll add one in, and we need 3 of them. So I will just make 3. Awesome. And we have the 3 squares that we will start with. Now what it wants you to do is to create a new one each time. For each step, you're going to create another set of squares. So let's choose all these. Now that I have this step done, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that step. Next, let's fill the square with 3 different colors with no stroke. So I'm going to start off with, maybe I'll just stick with black here, no stroke. Here I'm going to lighten it up a little bit, and there's already no stroke on it. And for the third one, we'll go even lighter. Awesome, so there we have our 3. And we can remove that step. All right, next, to create the dimension with this project, start with a light color and slightly darken them for the second one, and even darker if we get the third. So done with that one. Next, we're going to transform all of the heights to 86.02%. I'm just going to copy that percentage so I don't have to retype it. And we're going to use our transform tools. So there's a few different places that you can get that. If you watch the course videos, you will know that you can come up to the transform area here. And you can also come to your panels and use them here. So we want this for our height only. We're going to leave the width intact. But we do not want to edit these shapes, so we're going to keep these ones as they are up at the top. So I'm going to Control Copy, or Command Copy, and Command V to make another set. You can also hold down Alt or Option to create another set. But these I'm going to keep all of them selected, and I'm going to put in that percentage again, which let me come over and get it, or you could just type it in. But you do not want to type in 86 here because it's going to make, it's going to make your boxes 86 inches tall. So we want to make sure that it's a percentage, okay? So you need to put in that percentage sign. So 86.062% sign, and then hit enter, and it automatically changes it to the inches for you. And we'll do the same for the others. I'm just going to copy so it makes it a little bit easier. We'll probably do both of these at one time. There, and there is our heights are all set to that correct size. All right, and now we're going to go in and again, we're going to make another set of copies based off of these. And for our next step, we're going to need to shear the first square to -30%. So choose the first one, and you can also come up to Object, Transform. That's another place that you can find all of these as well. Or you can use the top panel or here on your side panels. So shear, we want to make sure that we have that negative in there, -30%. Okay, and then for our second one, for the second shear, we want that to just be 30. Okay, and let's make sure we get each step removed once we do it. Oh, so the second and the third need to be at 30. So this one also needs to be at 30. Okay, so those guys are ready. Let's give them a little space. And we'll copy those, not that, and make another set. All right, so now we're going to work on our rotate, which is another one of the transform tools. All right, so the rotate the first 2 squares to 30. I'm going to get this out of my way. Let's move this up here. And here is your rotate. So we'll just go ahead and first select the first 2 squares and make them -30. Actually, let's just do one at a time because it wants to rotate both of them. And it'll change that axis if you don't. And here again, -30. Okay. And then rotate the last square to 30 without the negative. Awesome. So we have each one of those that has been transformed using the shear and the rotate. And so our last final step will be bring them all together to make a final product of a cube. Control copy, Control V. Bring this up a little bit. So this looks like the top of the box, and the bottom side, and this other side. Make sure you don't have any gaps. Everything lines up. You know, you always have to zoom in to get a little bit closer to make sure that everything is aligned. That guy looks a little bit over. Voila, and that's how you make a cube. So we can eliminate the text because we did all that. I'm just going to select it all, and so it all fits on the screen a little bit better, making it a little bit smaller. And that is it for your assessment. Let me know if you have any questions or need anything at all. I'm here for you. Happy designing, guys.